These are the solutions to the exit slip that was assigned on Friday. In question number 1, what is the solution? The solution is -4, 2, because that point is on both lines. It's the point of intersection, -4, 2. In question number 2, what we have to do is plug in the 5 for x and the 7 for y and see if both statements are true. Turns out the first one is 10 minus 3 is 7, but it's not true to the second one, so it is not a solution. In number 3, the lines are parallel. They do not intersect. There are no points in common, so there is no solution to that system. In number 4, if we substitute the x value and the y value into each equation, the only ordered pair that makes both true is -8, -17. In number 5, the only ordered pair that makes both statements true is 2, 7. 4 plus 3 is 7, and 6 plus 1 is 7. Now, in number 6, there's a number of ways that you could do this problem. You could isolate y, get y by itself, and then graph the lines independently. Or what you could do is take the ordered pairs and see which ordered pairs make both statements true. If you get this equation to have y by itself, then you would get 3y equals 4x minus 12. And this is going to give you a slope then, this one is going to give you a slope of 4/3. And that 4/3 turns out to be right here, up 4 over 3, 4/3. And then this one ends up giving you a slope of 2/3. So what happens here is when you add the 2x and then you divide by 3, you would get 2/3. And that turns out to be letter B. Now in number 7, we're looking for which graph represents the solutions. -3x minus 5. That has an intercept of -5 and a slope of -3. This one has a slope of 3 and an intercept of 1. And it turns out that D is the correct answer here. It has the correct slopes and the correct intercepts. In number 8, we want to find out which system of equations is -3,5 the solution for. And when we substitute these values in, the only system where both equations are true is letter A. Now, in number 9, we need to determine which lines correspond to which system here. This has a slope of 3 and an intercept of 2. Slope of 3 and an intercept of 2. And this has a slope of 1 and an intercept of 4. The correct answer here is C. And then in number 10, in which system are the lines parallel? One way to do it is to graph all 4 of them on Desmos and see which ones are parallel. The other way to do it is to isolate y. And if we isolate y, we will see that the slope in this first equation here has a slope of -2/3. And the slope of this one turns out to be -6 over 9. And they both end up having a slope then of -2/3. -2/3 and -6/9, same slope, parallel lines.